Digital.
So we have 4 brands with 4 unique personalities that have 4 different marketing teams. That's the right thing to do. We think the creative belongs with the brands. But my job is to build a platform underneath those brands that can provide scale around digital, data, analytics, e-commerce, media, loyalty, gift cards. I'm pointing at Ryan Sinclair. He's the man in charge of that. So really, my job is to get traffic into our brands, into our restaurants. And once they're there, it's up to them to provide the great experience. Now, I don't care how they get in there, whether it's on their feet, whether it's fingers on the app, whether it's hands on the phone. We have a lot of people that use the telephone feature of the iPhone, which is amazing that it's still there. So, my job sounds cool. It's, the digital analytics data guy. I'm actually a reformed strategy consultant. So I spent 10 years at a big fancy consulting firm and worked with probably 30, 35 restaurant brands. And I noticed over the last 5 years or so, a lot of people with job titles similar to mine or functions similar to mine that threw a lot of metrics out there. And they had ridiculous acronyms and math, things that didn't quite make sense, and things that you can't take to Wall Street and say, here's our performance. Price to click-through rate is not a typical valuation method, and it probably never will be. So what I do understand is profitable sales and traffic. So I tell my team, I tell all of our partners, all I'm trying to do is provide profitable sales and traffic to our brands. Not in that order, but the top 3 priorities are PST, PST, PST. So I've gotten that beaten into people's heads. And so when I think about digital engagement strategy, it's got to match reality. And it's got to tie to that ultimate goal. We're not just out here doing digital for digital's sake. We really need to get business results. So 17 weeks ago, I walk into Bloomin' Brands, and I get a lowdown of all the resources that we have available. And we have a lot of cool toys. We have a lot of data. We have a lot of sources of data. We have a lot of places we store the data. We have double-digit analytics platforms to look at the data. And we have Cheetah, which is the best of the toys that I walked into and that I inherited. But with all of these toys and tools, there's still the same messaging going out. A lot of discussion about product price. I'm looking out here at the team. No one's disagreeing with me. So it's a lot of messaging around discounting. In spite of having all of this information and all of these tools at our fingertips, it's the same thing. And what's odd is that the vast majority of our tickets are full priced. So we're giving away discount. And I just refuse to believe that the #1 reason to go to our 4 brands is because of a price or a discount. They have their place, but it can't be the only thing. And so we're on a journey, and we're already getting down the road, and Cheetah Digital has been a big part of helping us do that. We're also rebalancing some of our spend in media from TV to digital. We absolutely believe in that. We know that's the right thing to do. We know that TV has its place. But all summer, I was watching Bachelor in Paradise and Big Brother, true, and I see these commercials for Outback. I'm like, that's cool. In between rose ceremonies, like evictions, Outback, that's great. But I really want to know where the customer's eyeballs are and reach those eyeballs, exactly the right customers, the right people. And I was like, okay, we got to have some vendors that can help us do this. So team, 17 weeks ago, who are our vendors that can help us do this? And I got a list of 82. 82 is a lot. 82 is a lot of people. So I said, this doesn't sound right. This sounds like a lot of dating and affairs, and we need more marriages. Okay, I know that sounds weird, and I was given a warning not to say that, but it's true. We need more deep relationships and not just dancing around some other vendors. So I think that's the spirit of how we're approaching Cheetah. We know a lot about our customer, and we have a lot of different places where our information is stored, but we want it in one place. And we know that Cheetah Digital can help get us there. Getting all this information in the same place And through something like the engagement data platform is how we can stitch this together and how we can target more appropriately and stop screaming at them during The Bachelor and get them, really reach them when they're engaged and how to get to how they engage with us more than just the 1 time or 2 times a year that they're coming to eat in our restaurants. And we use Cheetah messaging so we can deploy it very accurately. So really this idea of the marriage versus a couple of different people, it really does make sense to me. We can pull in all of this data. And as we explore this relationship further through loyalty, that's really the key too. We're building a loyalty program. We have a 10 million member strong program as it is, but really we're ready to get to that next level of true loyalty versus just a discount program. So we're pulling every piece of data that we can to get to this outcome. So you just saw some details on the customer engagement suite. And the way that I see it, so I like cars. There's a crazy car called a Koenigsegg, which is a Swedish, just ridiculous, fast car. No one's really heard of it. But if you know it, and it's awesome. That's how I view the customer engagement suite. It hasn't hit the mainstream yet, but when you know it, and it's awesome. So I'm here, and Bloomin' Brands is here to help that platform pick up steam. We're really excited about it. Up until now, we've gotten a lot of pieces of car that well-intentioned people were building separately, and now we're bringing it together into one. And people ask me, especially my boss, they say, well, when's this going to be done? And the answer is never. Because 5 years ago, if you said you were done, you were absolutely incorrect. The next thing is going to come along, but Cheetah is going to help us get there. Why do I like Cheetah so much? Well, they're smart, they're customer-centric, they're trying to solve the problems with me. And if you don't believe any of that, just put it this way. When I see a meeting on the calendar with them, I don't roll my eyes. I'm actually excited about the meeting, so that actually says a lot to me. So really when it comes down to it, I just want to see our brands win. I want to see our customers get re-engaged with our brands. I want to get them with the right message at the right time. I want to remind the customers that they love us. And so to put it simply, for those who watch reality TV like me, we are giving Cheetah our final rose. And for people with fulfilled lives, we are developing a deeper relationship with Cheetah and are very excited about it. So, all right.